some people are going to hear what you've said, and they're going to hear this is passive, or the culture's happening, and ignore what's happening, and they're going to say this doesn't seem like, they might say this seems something foreign to Paul or Jesus, or what we see in the New Testament, and what we should be doing as far as engaging on these issues. And so shouldn't we actually be up there talking to someone about this issue? I mean, is there an obligation to do that, Christian obligation, in various platforms, to go actually tell people that they're wrong on this issue, and the Christian worldview is better, and they should believe the gospel, and help us work through that? Is this passive?
Yeah, I think it's a real question. I don't think it is. I think it's hyper concentrated on the people who are in our immediate spheres of influence, who we can talk to, preferably face to face. I think the major question is, what do you do about Facebook? And what do you do about the social networks? Do we have obligations to engage in these kinds of Facebook wars over these cultural flashpoints? Yeah.
Let's throw out obligation, right? I don't think anyone's obligated to be on Facebook or Twitter, but so maybe the question is, should most people be engaging in those in this way?
I think we need vastly fewer to do so. I mean, because what we need are more people whose conversations about those issues are happening in face-to-face context with people that they disagree. Having been on Facebook now, I'm going to date myself, since it was founded back in 2005 or 6, whenever it was, there are some good aspects to it. But when it comes to these sort of flare-ups that happen around the culture wars, a lot of the things that get talked about do have no immediate bearing on most of our lives, and they are temptations. They're distractions from the actual lives that we're leading here and now, and from the people that we can directly affect here and now. And so it's just not clear to me that it's a good use of time. It's a wise use of time for many Christians, certainly at the level that people seem to be using it at.
Is your problem, if I can press in on you a little bit, is your problem people engaging in those fronts on different cultural issues, or is it that it's often done so poorly?
That's a good question. If people are going to do it, I'd like them to do it better, for sure. I think my worry is that people are doing it to an extent that it's distracting them from their real lives, as it were, from meeting more people who they can serve here and now. Because talking about these questions, it is important, but it needs to be bounded in a certain way. We need to have boundaries on what we talk about and how much we talk about it, and the ends that talk serves, right? That talk has to serve me acting. I've got to act out of that if it's not just going to be useless, empty chatter at some point.